Well, hi everybody. How you doing tonight? I'm doing great, and I hope everybody out there is doing great too. Um, my daughter called me today. Not that she calls me quite a bit, but she called me during the day today from work. You know, she works at Children's Hospital, warning me to stay at home. Oh, got a lot of oils going in here. I got some frankincense and myrrh going, and boy, it's really strong. It's right behind me, and one of those misters. That might be why. But anyway, and she knows I hardly go anywhere anyway. But she had given me this shield about a month ago that I hadn't been wearing. I'd just been wearing my mask. But I told her I needed to go, like, out to Costco to pick up a prescription and to go get some blood work done. And she just said, "Well, don't leave the house without that, a mask on and your shield on." And I don't understand quite how they judge that. I thought she said 8 out of the 10 people that they're checking at the hospital has COVID. And that would be 80%. Or maybe it was 8 out of 100, but it was a lot. Enough to where she was more worried about, she knows I don't hardly go anywhere anyway, but enough to where she called and made me promise to be careful, wash my hands, wear gloves, wear a mask, wear a shield. And so this thing has just went from 0 to 80 in about the last 3 weeks, and she just wanted to make sure that I was aware of it, and I know it because she knows how haphazardous I am, I guess. Haphazardous, how would you say that? But anyway, I hope you're all doing great out there, and I just want you all to be really careful and take care of yourself. Um, it looks like our president's trying to do sedation. Anybody else, they'd put him in jail for what he's doing. If there was anybody else in the world running around trying to get people to change their votes when there was no votes to change legally, they'd put him in jail for trying to overthrow the government. But I guess you can't put anybody in jail if their last name's Trump. I don't know. I'm just about... And I think that if they don't go after some of these criminal offenses that this family's done, even if it's in the state of New York, if they don't go after them, I think the Democrats and our government itself, I think they're just slitting their own throat. I think I know you can't go around putting presidents in jail and chasing them every time they get out of office, but there is got to be variations of that rule. When you have a criminal doing criminal things in front of the whole world and embarrassing us and doing what he's done to our country, you can't just not elect him and send him on his way and have him go out there and keep terrorizing everybody. He needs to get the rug pulled out from under him, and the only way for that to happen is for his kids and him to be in enough jeopardy where it's got him tied up in the courts where he doesn't have time to frick with our democracy for the next 4 years or whatever, like he's planning on doing. And I know one thing about German people. I think he's got German blood, and what is it, the other? But anyway, Scottish, and sometimes those people live forever, so I don't think I'm going to live forever, but it wouldn't be surprised if he does. So I think they need to cut him down a few notches, or he might end up, before this is over, you don't know what he might do. But as long as they're going to back him, and I still don't understand what's going on there. I will never understand it. And I don't think it's got anything to do with the election in Georgia. I just guess there's a lot of bored people out there. And I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing or what's going on. But Another thing I was worried about, because they wouldn't let President-elect Biden's people into anything at the Pentagon, from what I understand, and anything to do with the military, that type of stuff. And when I first heard that, I thought, oh God, what are they going to do now? They just want to make sure that, I thought they were going to pull something. But my guides told me when I was in the shower yesterday morning, it's nothing to do with something that they're up to. It's to hide stuff. They didn't plan on losing this election. And when it hits so quick, whatever's been going on, and I don't know if it's between Kushner running over to the Arab Emirates and all those places, or what, or Pompeo and all his crap. There's some really evil stuff going on. And they haven't discussed this with Congress. They haven't did it with anybody. They've just taken over the government and started doing their own trade for play and trade for pay. And they're worried that if they got in there and found out what was going on right now, that they wouldn't even be able to keep Trump in there till the end of his term. I really think it's that bad, and I think they're all in that much trouble, and I think that probably 20% of the Republican Senate's in that much trouble with him. Somebody's in trouble with him. This is not just, everybody hasn't just lost their frickin' brains and gone to la la land. There's more to this picture than we know, and I just hope we get a chance to find out. Not because I feel like we're entitled to it, which we are. I feel like we need to find out what's going on if we want to live in a democracy. And if they're not even going to let us win an election by 80,000 votes, was it 80,000 more? That's almost 100,000 votes, plus the electoral college too, then there's some really bad stuff going on out there. I just think that we're all going to be so shocked. I think, talk about shock and awe. I think the next 2 years is going to be shock and awe. Even if they don't prosecute the household, even if they let him off scot-free, still going to be shock and awe, because a lot of this stuff's going to be coming to the surface. I don't think they're going to be able to keep it a secret, even if they're wanting to. But I'd just like to know what they've been doing at the Pentagon and all these other places. It looks like they were getting ready to set up Eric Prince, and with his, soldier of fortune warriors instead of our army. I bet there's all kinds of plans that affect. I bet they've been scratching stuff off computers and burning paperwork and files. I bet they're in there just tearing that place up, getting rid of anything, all the stuff they know that's going to end up putting them in jail. And like I said, I think this election surprised them. I don't know why they thought Trump was going to win, but they did, obviously. Anyway, so if anybody wants a personal reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Email me and I'll send you back my phone number. We'll get together and set up an appointment through my text messaging. I love to do readings. I did one today. I did two yesterday. It makes my life worthwhile reading for people. In fact, I caught back up with a lady today that I had read for a little over a year ago that I couldn't connect with. I had mentioned I'd had 2 readings where I didn't feel like I connected. And I had told this lady that I would love to read for her again, because I didn't feel like I'd connected or give her money back, and she had told me to forget it, but she had decided to get another reading. And so anyway, I felt like we connected up today, and I think she kind of mentioned we've connected up, so that's really good, because I feel like I evened the score there. I don't like to feel like I'm not doing exactly what I need to do for people I read for. But anyway, let's see what we're going to read on tonight. I had all kinds of questions. I had all kinds of stuff here. Silly questions, most of them, because they all seem silly, but that's all that's going on is stupid stuff. So somebody wanted me to read on Melania. So supposedly there's a subpoena out for her to go in and testify. Is she going to testify? I have a feeling she will testify. Maybe it'll be after Trump's out of there, but is she going to go in? I don't know when they're wanting her to come in, but is she going to testify? Let's see if she's going to testify. If she's going to respect this subpoena and go do it. I guess that would be the way to ask it. I was trying to put a time limit, trying to say when or where or something like that, but I think what I'm going to do is, seems like that light is a weird color. I think what I'm going to do is see if I can, just a second, I'll be right back. Well, now I got my nose running because of all the incense, and I know it's that frankincense. It's really strong here. I might have to turn that blower off behind me next. But I'm going to see if I can adjust the light in here a little bit. It seems like it's dark in here. Okay, is Melania going to testify? We'll try it there. Probably be way more light than I'd ever want to put on me, but anyway, we'll see. Is Melania going to testify? Is Melania going to testify? Is the Ice Queen going to testify? I got to shuffle these one more time. I think I should cut them and put them right back in the same place. Is the Ice Queen going to testify? Well, I can't get this off the bottom. I cut them and put it back and cut them and put them back. So I'm just going to stick this up here. Both of these to crown the reading. This reading's about money. If she does, that's what the testimony's going to be about. It's about money. And it's about money. Well, these cards are on the bottom. It's about money, and it's about family. So that's what we were reading about. Know what we're going to read about when Trump's totally gone. God, I hope he goes. We got the signifier here is the Four of Pentacles. It's going to be about money and how much money she kept. Looky there. With her friends and family. How much they pocketed and celebrated. Okay, so this is going to be about the inauguration money. We got the Ten of Cups upside down. It's going to show what a bunch of thieves were involved in it. I'm sure that's what that's all about. We got the Tower. She just realized that she could be in real big shit. Excuse me. Trouble. When she goes to testify, and it looks like she maybe is from this, she's going to lie. She damn sure ain't going to tell much of the truth. There's a lot of hidden innuendos and lying. She's going to blame it on the guy that was involved with the campaign. She may not come right out and say he did something, but everything she says is going to point toward the guy. and this isn't Donald Trump. I can't think of his name. Was it? I think it was Paul Manafort's, the guy that helped him during the campaign. That the guy that was it Rick Gates? I can't remember when I read that book of Stephanie's, but there was another guy that was on the campaign, I think, that really helped, and I'm thinking it was Rick Gates, was really involved in this and really deep in it, and had a lot to do with shifting that money around from the book that I read that Stephanie wrote. She's going to try to keep peace in the family when she gives this testimony, but it's going to be really hard. She's got the lovers here upside down, and I don't think she was having an affair with anybody, not at that time. So it's going to break the family apart. And they're going to send some really good lawyers in, but they're going to try to make people feel sorry for her, just like Donald Trump. I don't know how anybody could feel sorry for these people, but that's what they're pulling. Oh, poor me and oh, poor you. Look what America's doing to us. They're making us follow the rules. How dare them? How dare them pick on us? Okay, so we got a... They're going to make her an offer if she tells the truth. So maybe that's straight across from the lover's card upside down. If she tells the truth, that's going to get the rest of the family in big, big trouble. And it's also right on top of the family card here. The women celebrating because of all the money they ripped off. Got together and ripped off during that inauguration parties. So maybe her testimony end up shining a lot of light on this. I think they might make her an offer and she might take it. Looks like they're going to make her an offer and she's going to take it. And when she goes in, and she's going to burn the house down. So maybe she won't be all that cool. It looks like she's not going to be able to lie her way out of this. She's going to try to. There's going to be some good lawyers in there, and it's going to piss the family off. They're going to try to send in people to help her, but they don't have that much money left to help her like they should. And she's still got some of this money stashed somewhere that she just got her hands on some way, even with all that stuff. So anyway, that's what I feel like's going on with her. Is she worried about this? I'm going to cut the cards and just take one and see. No, not really. She figures she's going to get away with it. She's not worried. She still thinks she's got... Her stuff don't stink. I'll say it nice. She's not worried about it. So anyway, what else is coming up? We got a... Okay. Did Ivanka lie in her deposition? She's already been in to give a deposition. She already showed up for hers. We know she lied, but let's see what the cards say. What happened when Ivanka went in for her deposition? This is Ivanka. Probably should have got a different deck of cards. No more than those two women like each other. I think they hate each other. Anyway, this is Ivanka. This is Ivanka. Let's see what she's going to be doing what she did when she went in there. Who she threw under the bus. Interesting. The Republican Party and the family. See who she threw under the bus. Let's see what comes up here. She just wants to walk away. How about that? The signifier is her just getting out of there. From what I understand, somebody said she was wanting to run for the Senate. But anyway, as far as this deposition she gave, she didn't want to be there. She thought she'd just be able to go in there and say a couple of stuff and walk right out. But they had some really good lawyers question her. We got the King of Wands here. It's the one that showed up to in her mother-in-law's future. How about that? Maybe I should have did these cards better. And then we've got the Lovers underneath upside down. Whatever she did or didn't do, it's going to really piss Jared off. It's going to cause a lot of trouble in their marriage. That's the foundation of this. Family and marriage, pissing the rest of the... She did something already that really ticked the rest of them off. What she said didn't make a whole lot of sense. She was just beating around the bush. It was very confusing. She thought if she could throw a bunch of crap up against the wall, nobody would know what she was, where she was coming from or what she was doing. I don't know what they're looking for, but they're thinking about making her an offer, or either she made them an offer while she was in there. Whatever she said isn't going to be kept quiet. It's going to end up coming out. It's going to be a lot of bickering, a lot of newscasting, a lot going on about whatever it was that she said when she went in there for her deposition. And this is Ivanka. I'm going to lay that there and draw a card under it. Boy, these cards are really either upside down or right side up. They just don't seem to want to come out right. She's a little bit worried because Biden won the presidency. And she's thinking that she may have to talk to get out of this. This is the town crier. She may end up being the one that throws her dad and everybody else under the bus, but she knows she can't get away with what she thought she was going to. She was very aware of when she went in to give that deposition that Biden was going to be in office. She's afraid that they're going to find out how much money was really stole from there. It's going to be a bunch of stuff they snuck out of there. But you know what? They're not going to be able to hide it. The truth's coming out. So I feel like from looking at these cards that she thought she could just go in there and leave without saying too much. She didn't get to do that because they had very good questioners. Her husband's really pissed off and worried about this. She's got a lot of trouble coming after her, and she knows it. I don't know if they made her an offer or she made them an offer, but I think she's going to be the one that ends up getting all the gossip and all the shit out and going, and that's because she knows that that Biden's coming in, and she knows that whatever was said in there is going to end up getting out. Her testimony is going to end up getting out. We're going to end up knowing what she was doing about all the theft that she knew about and was in on, and this truth is coming out. So anyway, that's interesting. Tell you what, I need to go through all these cards, I guess, and turn them back the right way. Or maybe just shuffle them and let them come as they fall. That's what I used to always do till I started doing this for this channel. I always used to just shuffle them. If they were upside down, they were upside down. And since then, I've always tried to keep them all the right direction. Everybody wants to know if William Barr is going to get fired. Let's see if William Barr is going to get fired. Is Donald Trump going to fire William Barr in the next 40 days or 45 or whatever? I don't think so, personally. Ain't going to find anybody to cover his ass any better than him, even though he likes to bitch about it. The minute somebody don't jump right in the middle of all his lies. So, is William Barr going to get fired? I don't even know why anybody would care. I don't think he can get anybody in there any worse than him for the last 30 days. You can't gonna get anybody in there any better. Nah, William Barr made him an offer, it looks like. I got the Ace of Cups here. I can't believe that William Barr maybe made an offer to somebody else to tell the truth. I think there's big trouble. Well, the big trouble right here in River City. I think that's what's going on at the Pentagon. That's what's going on everywhere else. That these people have not only almost stole all the money in our government, they were setting up their own armies, all their own deals with all these foreign countries, and just bypassing the Senate and bypassing the Congress and just making all these deals on their own. And they know this is coming out. Well, this is what I'm feeling. I've only turned over 2 cards. We got the answer's the Hanged Man. So this is like Barr's not quite sure what he's going to do. This isn't on Donald Trump. This is Barr. He's not sure what he's going to do. He knows he's been chopped down a size. He's thinking about even making an offer to see if he can skate out of a few things that he's done. He knows the truth's coming out. He knows that all this can't be hid. So right now he's not sure which directions he's going. He knows he made all these deals, got the Lovers here, in the past. And these cups toasted and everything going for him. He wanted to get that all out there. And but he knows his career's over. What he's hoping he can do, I think, is got the town crier here again. He's wanting to talk, but he don't want to tell everything. He's trying to figure out how little that he can put out to stay out of trouble and get out of there. He definitely wants to sneak out the back door. And just be with his family. He just wants to walk out, go out. He wants to tell a little bit, enough to keep him out of trouble, get out the back door, and go try to make things kind of right with his family. Although I think his family's so used to him, they don't even care about how dirty he is. They're going to offer him a deal that he doesn't want before this is over. And he might as well accept it, because he's not going to be able to keep all this stuff a secret. We got the High Priestess here, telling me to accept these upside down cards. To accept it for a reason. Yeah, his cards are not good. At least they're not the Ten of Swords and the Death card. Well, he does have the Death card here, but it's not like he was before, where every card you drew was just total disaster. There is no Tower or Ten of Swords in here, but he's definitely got the Death card on his career and on his life as he knows it, and the truth is going to come out. And he's not going to be able to hide it. He can't hide it. I don't know how they're going to keep from prosecuting some of these people when all this stuff starts coming out, and I just can't see how they're going to keep that much a secret. Who knows? I always thought you couldn't keep a secret, but from the look on Obama's face when somebody asked him about flying saucers on his book tour, and he said he couldn't answer it. And I think if they didn't have anything on anything like that, he would have said no. So there's some secrets that's been kept for years, it looks like. Lord, Lord, Lord. Okay, I'm going to read on one more thing here, and then I think I'm going to turn that off and turn it back on in case I want to do two. Maybe do a better job on the next one, because I feel like this one hasn't been that good. Got a friend wanting me to write a book, and I always wanted to write a book, and I thought I'd have a really interesting book when I thought about owning a bar for 38 years. But it would have been so boring compared to all the books I was reading 30 years ago. They were all about rich people and rich society and people that traveled all over the world, and I thought this would be so boring. But now that I'm older, I don't think it would be about the bar. It would be part of it. A lot of it would just be how times have changed. Anyway, I'll talk about that on my next video, because I don't want this to run any longer than this. I'm going to be up all night now. So anyway, I love you all. I want you all to take care of yourselves, and I want to bless everybody that sent a donation. Thank you so much, and I want to tell you how much I appreciated it. And I love doing readings. If anybody wants a reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. And I love you all, and just take care and have a good night.